Okay, and all right. People, sit down, get comfortable. We have to talk. I was writing all day in my little book here. I have a lot of stuff I want to cover, a lot going on here. So yes, this is my post-market wrap-up on this just absolutely lovely. And every day is lovely. Tuesday, October 5th, 2021. People, a nice little rally here on Wall Street. Okay, just lovely, perfect, whatever. Crude oil has now cracked $79 a barrel. With regard to crude oil, I believe relatively soon we're going to see highs with regard to crude oil that is going to shock people. I really sincerely believe that crude is going much higher. And I want you all to be aware of that, okay? That's going to pull the energy sector higher. That's going to pull the financial sector higher. That is going to push the stock market higher. Let's talk about that just a little bit here for all of these doomers and gloomers and whoever the hell they think they are, these people. We have a stock market today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is less than 5% off of its all-time high. The S&P 500, about 4%. The NASDAQ, about 6%. I'll talk about that in a moment, too. Actually, you know what? Let's cover that real quick. Tech, yes, we're about 6% down. Nothing going on here, but it looks to me, and if you follow my newsletter, hint, yet again, free, there is a link in the description of this video. I sent out a little notice today to all of you regarding tech. I sent out a few stocks that I think look very good to me here. So if you are a subscriber to my newsletter, check your email. As a matter of fact, I sent out a ton of things today in my newsletter, all very important. Check your email, all of my current subscribers. Now, if you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Seriously? Subscribe today. It's 100% free, and you're going to get all kinds of neat little things in your email box from me personally. Yes, you will. I promise you that. All right, people. So I want you to become aware of something else that is going on. It's a phenomenon that we have seen, you and me, over and over and over again. It doesn't stop. I'm talking about the Federal Reserve. They play a game. They play a game with the people. Market's not buying it, but they're playing a game here. What am I talking about? So we heard from the Fed today, actually from two Fed presidents and a former Fed chairperson regarding inflation. Let's talk about this. So Fed Evans, this creature from wherever he's from here, he sees, this is his vision. He's having a vision. Oh, it's a vision. He sees inflation dropping. Now the other freak, Bullard, sees inflation climbing. Who do you think is right? I think it's a big fat duh. And then we got Janet Yellen today, on top of her warnings about meltdowns and crashes and financial crisis, and now it's a recession. She said, the other thing over there, that inflation will persist. I mean, come on, how many do we actually need here? And here's the biggest laugh of them all. So we understand, you and me. We've been hearing about, insider trading going on here at the Federal Reserve. We got the Fed chair himself, the vice chair, and at least two Fed presidents who, nothing's happening to these people, nothing at all. They can just, resign with hundreds of millions of dollars in ill-gotten gains. But the Federal Reserve is now launching, are you ready for this? An investigation on itself. Yet again, people, make it up. We heard this out of the mouth of Jay Powell, the Fed chairman, before it was revealed that he himself was coincidentally, just a coincidence, he was coincidentally buying the same securities that the Federal Reserve itself is buying. He spoke, oh yes, We're going to be launching an internal investigation. So the Fed is being allowed to investigate itself. What do you think the outcome of this is going to be? People, let me enlighten you a little bit as to what's really going on at the Federal Reserve. There's a lot of very misinformed people and YouTube bloggers who I respect a lot who have no clue. I'm telling you the truth. They think the Fed is somehow flying by the seat of their pants. No. Everything we're seeing now, everything we've been seeing, has been thought out years ago. Years ago. And we are now seeing the effects of it. I've told you this over and over and over again. The Fed could not possibly be in a better spot than they are right now. They created this entire environment, everything with regard to the economy, I'm just going to say it, scamdemic, okay, and everything else with regard to their debt issuance and debt acquisition, becoming a lender and buyer of last resort, fulfilling their end game. All this has been set in motion years ago. So understand that what you are seeing now is again a side effect of what they have planned out, and they're not done. I keep explaining this to people, but you think I'm lying. The Fed is not done in their takeover maneuvers. You're going to see things come down the pike as we move forward. You're not going to possibly believe. I mean, would any of you have imagined that the population today would be subjected to the things they are today? I don't think so. And nothing really is what it seems to be. You got to look underneath it all. Okay, anyone out here. I know there's a lot. Not you, not any of you that follow this blog. Look at things at face value and think that what you're seeing is true. And most people are getting their information from these mainstream outlets that their job is to keep you distracted, to keep you looking in the wrong spot, to have you believe you're existing in something that actually isn't what it is. The whole system, from the corruption upside down, backwards and sideways, people still believing in a system that does not exist anymore, elections that don't matter, nothing, any of it. But again, we need, I guess, these kind of people. Personally, I wish they would all open up their eyeballs. All they got to do is pay attention for a nanosecond. And I think they would get it. Let us move forward here. So on the economic front, we got a few things here that we found out. So home affordability is cratering, okay? Obviously, we are in some kind of a real estate bubble. What did the Fed do? They deliberately reinflated a housing bubble, just like the stock market, hyper bubbles, both of them are. And this, again, is not allowing the average guy or girl to buy an average price home. This is the definition of a bubble. Period. The end. When the average guy or the average girl is unable to buy a home at an average price, there's a bubble. You understand? But this is all basic stuff here. So we're hearing more talk, people, regarding inflation. I mean, it's surging. It's absolutely surging. Global supply chains are expected to remain in this crisis that we're in for literally the foreseeable future. Now they're saying, it's being reported at least, through at least 2023. Now again, what are they going to do? Look at what's happening to energy prices. Crude oil surging, just like I told all of you it would. How many of you have the guts to admit you were wrong? All right, those that called me out. Oh, Greg, you're wrong. Oil's never going back up over 78. Kramer got it right. You're an idiot, Greg. How many of you have the guts? Let's see. Watch the comments. I bet you it's about 0. No, there is no top here, and crude's going much higher. But anyway, the mechanism here is going to be very, very simple. And I explained this to you at the onset. They're going to point over to energy. They're going to point at supply chains disruptions to try to explain to those people who don't even have a fraction of a functioning brain cell that's the reason why we're seeing inflation. No, nothing could possibly be further from the truth. This is the Fed. It's what they're doing. They're running this inflation creation machine at full speed with no end in sight. They have no intention to taper or stop buying assets. And even if they were, it would not be enough to make even a fraction of a difference. So like I've been explaining to you, be ready for the second wave. It's going to hit us like a freaking tidal wave. I'm telling you right now. Duh. Look what I wrote here. Duh. Duh. Unbelievable. Oh, here's another piece of lovely information. Personal income. I mean, this really is a duh. And this is where I wrote. Personal income not keeping up with the current rate of inflation. No. Make it up, people. Make it up. I dare you. This is what's being reported. Really? What a shock. What am I going to do with myself? Make it up. Make it up, people. I'm telling you. And we also found this out. Although there has been an adequate supply of new vehicles, well, it's being reported that new vehicle sales have plummeted. Do you know why? Because people can't afford them. They're broke. They're borrowing beyond their eyeballs. It's what they always do. It's incredible. And then one last thing. People, I do get it. Market's overvalued. Market's in a hyper bubble. It's out of control. Even the MMRI, this is Greg Mannarino's indicator, the one that I am following, okay, did gain today. What does that mean? Well, a gain in the MMRI means risk is increasing. All right. Dollar got stronger today. You got the 10-year yield, which came up a little bit. It's reflected in the MMRI. In my view, it doesn't mean a damn thing. We're still in low risk, okay? Now, I am hearing rumors here and there. Some of you are taking up short positions against this market. Let me just say this. I wish you a whole lot of luck, sincerely. In my opinion, you could not possibly be more wrong, okay? The market is going to remain as crazy distorted as it is way longer than you are going to remain solvent. You're going to end up broke. Okay, what you should be doing to capitalize on this market, people, is setting up credit spreads. You should be selling puts against certain assets. The ones that I post right here on my website, the stock picks there. You should be selling puts against these. You should be setting up credit spreads here, and not playing the game of trying to, capitalize on this market because you expect it to drop because some people are calling for a crash this month. It's going to catch so many people off guard and you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt, and I hate that. Like I always say to you, this channel's for winners, okay? And I don't want anyone to lose. I don't want you to lose. I don't want you to get hurt. The setup here is pretty amazing for the market. We have crude oil continuing to get bid higher, going much higher. It's the lifeblood of the market. It's going to pull the stock market higher with it. Easy money is not going to stop. For as far as the eyeball can see, bad economic news is going to drive the market higher. It's going to cause the Fed to continue to move goalposts. Okay, and the bad economic news won't stop. It won't stop. Our economy is in free fall. It's cratering. We've never seen anything like this before. But according to our politicians and the mainstream, we're firing on all cylinders. Couldn't be better, really. It's bizarre. It really is. The lies and the propaganda they're trying to sell people, and I guess some people are buying it. Ain't me, and not you either. All right, people. Look, that's it. I'm going to end this video blog. Very important stuff I covered here. Please share this video, and I will see you and all of you in the morning.